welcome back. So, I did a few things. I knocked out another little cave in here. I took some of my silk-touched grass and put it up here. I need some redstone links. So I've got stuff to make those in here. What else did I need? I haven't used these before. I don't entirely know them. Okay, so I'm going to need 4 of these, because I'm making 4 of them. And that 4. I made the chipped tables so that I can start actually working towards building things. So first let's get all of that. Oh, you get 2 apiece. I only need half of those. Not going to complain. I'll just throw the other half in there. What did I have the nether quartz for? It was something important, I'm sure. I'll just go ahead and throw it in here because it's most likely create related. That's most of what I'm doing right now. I think I'll need my wrench. So I also gave this some walls and floors that are not just bare stone. I walled in the cobble generator. I've got this all turned off right now because it's loud. And I don't want to bother you guys with all that noise right now. The back side here I didn't do anything with because this is, the crawl works. Not supposed to be back here. Oh, right. I have this and these so that I can set the links. So right now, can't really see it that well, but I've got a redstone line running from this stock link, or threshold switch, that's what it is, threshold switch. So if I set this up with cobble, and I put one on here for also cobble, they should be able to link. Theoretically. I do think I need to right-click this with empty hand, shift right-click. Yeah, shift right-click. That puts it into receiving mode. This one's automatically in sending mode. So now I don't need all of that redstone. And I also don't know how I can get back there without messing up this belt. So I guess let's just go ahead and do that. Because I don't need any of this. And I don't need that lever anymore. And now I can put this back. Oh, that's incorrect. Try again. Get it to the right one. So, this belt was originally just coming to right here and then going through a covered shaft to get into this belt to get that moving. Now, this belt is coming all the way down here to keep everything else running on this side so that when the cobblestone is backed up here, which actually it was in its off position already, I think. Where did that come from? Yeah, I don't even see any of these missing. I have no clue where that came from. But I do have them in here, so... But yeah, now that should be set up perfectly fine. I keep hitting that freaking lantern. The other thing I'm wanting to do a link on is a threshold switch here. And what do you want to bet that's what I need that for? Yes. Okay. I need another threshold switch. I need to actually close my doors. It's much safer that way. So I need one of these. I need 3 of these. Was it stone or smooth stone? Stone, so 3 of those. And I also need a brass casing and a electron tube. So there we go. Now I've got the threshold switch. I also changed what compacting drawer I'm using. Instead of the 2 slot, I switched to the 3 slot. And I also gave it a iron upgrade. So 256 stacks is what it can hold. So let's grab here, go to stacks. And I want this to stop the whole machine when it has 250 stacks, which helps if I'm actually doing that easier. There we go. So on when it's at 250, off when it's at 10 or less. That here with a cobble iron nugget. And then technically this is my shut-off switch here for the whole system. But if I come back here, I've already knocked out this back bit so that I can get this in here. Nugget cobblestone. Shift right click. I believe that should be set up. Close the doors. I can actually put a pressure plate on this one. So let's just go ahead and grab one of those. Because this one I actually gave a proper doorway. Alright. So we've got this. It's all lit up red. I believe that's a sign that it's connected to things. Not that I can see this one over here. So let's just go ahead and turn this back on. And I'm going to get out of here because it's loud. Very loud. Wait, what? So it's on if it has that. Oh, right. I know what's going on. The switch. No. Not the switch. So I'll go ahead and invert that. And now we've got this knocking away, making more iron for us. So I'm going to get back out of here. And the sun is going down. I moved some of my Britannia stuff over here. I haven't moved the mana setup yet. I don't think I have enough room down here for that. This might just be temporary for my pure daisies. I kind of like the apothecary there, the petal apothecary. And I didn't grab any of my flowers for this, so actually I'll take that back and get flowers at a later time. Right now, let's just set it there. Let's see. So I've got a decent bit of cobble deep slate, a lot of tuff, decent bit of calcite. I got a bunch of sand, so that's not a problem. I don't have many stone bricks or smooth stone. Little chunk of grass, and I've been doing a bunch of spruce back over at the other area that I'm slowly abandoning. Like I pulled a bunch of stuff over to here now. Though no chests yet, so I haven't pulled any of that just yet. Got plenty of room for chests though. Probably get some and set those up. But let's grab... actually I'm going to steal some cobblestone out of here to just mark out some of what I'm looking at for a building. Need that 3. I also don't need that nugget anymore. So throw that back in here. 43,000 nuggets. Sounds really nice when you look at it that way. Okay, so this little tough brick here, that's where I'm going to be pulling power from the 256 line. I'm probably going to be filling in a bunch of this. But let's see, the inner wall is what I'm marking out here. So obviously, it's going to be sitting there. I just trying to mark it out so I don't need all of that. And let's take it up to about here. And obviously I'm not going to be busting this down, but I likely will be building up a bunch of this other stuff. And stone is real easy to get at this point in time. Even easier once I get a block factory made, but I've decided to put that off for now. Instead, I want to try to get something of a building made for a workshop. And I'm actually going to be overall doing editing and cutting this video together because I've got a game soon. And I've got a bunch of work to do now. Because I've got a bunch of things to fill in. I need to make sure all of this is at the same level, except what's up on the hill. I am going to build up that way some. Ooh, that is so loud. Okay, an extra 3 stacks. Not sure if you can hear me at all, but I've got an extra 3 stacks of cobble to turn into stone. I've got 686 here already. Let's throw that in there. So just come over here and make some more stone back at this place. This is what I'm getting ready to move, is my entire workshop setup. Don't know what I'm going to do with my passive steam engines, but I'll probably figure out something to do with those and keep them flowing. The mana has been doing very well. I've got tons of mana, so that's actually going to be somewhat of a pain to move. Fortunately, I did get more diamonds last time I was mining. Yeah, these are all almost full. Except this one, I had to refill my mana ring because I went mining and doing other things and drained over half of it. Hello, little carbuncle. I really need to get into the Ars Nouveau. Maybe that's what I'll actually do today. And build the house and workshop next time. Because I'm tired of using torches and throwing torches around everywhere. Well, I got 13 left right now, in fact. And I already have a lantern. So yeah, I've got what I need to be able to make a light spell. Start getting into a little bit of Ars Nouveau. That poor farm has been neglected. I'm actually running low on barbecue on a stick. Yeah, that's just wheat, tomatoes, and onions. Tomatoes and onions being the other half of this. The barbecue on a stick. There we go. Okay. Got these 3. Let's grab... well, all of my metals are still down here, other than my iron from my iron farm, so... the spell book is easy enough to do, as is the imbuement chamber. What I didn't put over there is my scribe's table, which is also quite easy. So I'm going to need 2 pieces of gold. I took that, so I need a couple of nuggets. It was 2, right? Yep. And in here somewhere I have vexing arc wood. Yeah, I went and got cherry as well, and blazing arc wood. I only need the vexing for the time being. get that. That, and then I need a book and all of the iron tools. So, a piece of leather, 3 pieces of sugar cane, so I didn't have the sticks. 14 iron should be about enough. Pickaxe, axe, shovel, and a sword. That's a knife. I am silly. On the brighter side of things, I will need a spare knife at some point. Alright, so I've got all of that now. I don't think I can shift click that. Haha, I can actually. Let's put it in place of the bow. And then go back over here and set that up in this area. That's actually backwards. I don't want it backwards. There we go. And then if I right click my book onto there, go to tier 1, I already have projectile, self-touch, break, and harm. So I want conjure mage light. Throw both of those on there. Right click that. And then there we go, C to be able to open it by default. I want projectile light and call it simply light. I do want to change the colors of it though. Put it more on the blue end of the purple spectrum. Save that. And it didn't save the light. That's ridiculous. Okay. So make the spell, create the spell, then do this. So I want this up to 220. Oh, this sliding bar is hard. And 170. Save that. Okay. Now, first and foremost, let's get rid of all of these torches in here. You know, notice out there in my grassy little yard here, which I am going to put underground, but you'll notice it's nice and bright out there without any torches around already. That's because I got sneaky. And okay, not that one. I put glowstone under some moss carpets. Nice and bright, makes it look nice. I also got rid of the stone on the floor back here, so it's all nice and green, except where the copper is poking through. But yeah, I've got that now. Let's put this right here. And I need to go ahead and start making some chests and everything. I keep trying to run over there to get into this. I've got some wood in here, so I can make a bunch of simple chests. These will be changed out for actual chests at some point. And I'll move a bunch of stuff over here. Let me go ahead and, but yeah, nice and bright out here. Just those strategically placed glow stones. I didn't even put any back there. That's just bright because of the lava. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause up real quick and get some stuff moved. Got into a little fight here because I hear music on one of his discs. Oh, you prick thing. Okay. He did not give me his backpack. And I got blasted for my trouble trying to get it. But anyway, back to trying to move things. I feel silly because as I look in here, I already had a mason table. Now I've got 2 of those. Alright, I've got everything moved into here. So let's go ahead and grab some of this and start getting soul gems, source gems. So that can take a little bit because I don't have any source over here to make it faster. So let's see what other glyphs we can work on. Amplify. I think I still have a diamond pick somewhere. Now, if it sees it, it'll draw it from the containers that are nearby. I got those other stuff there. Okay, those are all ready. I don't see the diamond pick anymore, but I can go ahead and make one. Kind of feels like a waste, but it's not that bad. I appear to be out of sticks. Oh, right. I put them all either in bags or completely different areas. Right, back here. Technically I have a crafting table in my backpack, but so amplify will make things stronger. That's a useful one to have. Go ahead and get that. I see a source gem, so I'll just swap that out for another amethyst shard. And what else can we get? Don't need underfoot randomizer. Can carry a craft table with me here. Freeze could be useful, but I don't have any snow. Yeah, let's do item pickup. And grab some wood, and all of my iron is over here in this. So brace your ears as I run into the iron farm. Let's keep 2 stacks of that on hand. That will probably be much better for me. But yeah, making hoppers. 2 hoppers, which means I need 2 chests. Yet another glyph. And let's see. I already have break, which is the mining. Summon steed would be nice if I still have 4 leather. Should be up here now. I have exactly 4 leather. Drop that in there. Okay, self. I already have, yep. It's going to be fun trying to run my game here in a few. Speaking of, what time is it? 7:50 a.m. Alright. Hit C to bring this up. I already have spell 1, that is my light spell. So let's see, self, horse, I have most likely said this before, but Dreamer was my horse I had when I was like 14 years old. So that's projectile, harm, amplify. Boom 1. Because I can actually make far better attack spells eventually. But let's get back to lighting things up before I sign off on this. This is all nice and lit up. This doesn't really matter. I don't really have to go in there anymore. This is lit up with lanterns. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch that. Because I am getting annoyed of running into that. Oh, this is an even sized room. I'll have to worry about the other side. I don't want to risk dropping that into the crushing wheel, so I'll leave that one. It's lucky it gets to remain. So very loud. I was keeping these in my backpack. And I do need the source gems for many different things. All kinds of different sconces. But like, is it the agronomic? Yeah, I need 2 of them and wheat for that. That's not too bad. So I've gotten started in my Ars Nouveau today. That's a very useful thing to have. I can actually get rid of these lights, these torches in here also. Those sconces are for holding the mage lights. And the lights aren't really needed there, but I like it. And I wonder how these would look on top of the pylons. Not needed out here at all, but that does look pretty nice if I didn't have those waypoints in the way. Yes, this is going to be very nice. I think I should be able to, next episode, build my workshop, and then right about this area, I'm going to be running a quarry, a drop quarry from Create that I have to piece together to do so. Actually about here, because I'm going to be building the city right underneath this, and I need the dragon's den. I also want a elevator to be able to get up and down to mine and everything, so next episode, get that workshop going. I'll clean this up and get everything evened between now and then. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. And if you're wanting to see what else I'm getting up to, there's always that subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.